streaming problems, but it's in work. Yeah, 25 in the 5. Once again, getting danger close there.
I'm going to get out to while y'all are figuring the technical things out.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, as I'm waiting for my game capture to catch back up here. Come on, we're in iRacing. Let's go.
Yeah, looks like Twitch might be back up.
Yep. Come on. All right, there we go.
All
right, back live. Sorry about that, folks. Got a little bit of a internet lag going on. Isaac Degner still your leader. I don't know how much of all that action that you missed, but he had passed Tony Fry up into the lead. So those two are still kind of fighting it out just a little bit. Alan Dixon and Justin Malarkey have slid up. Justin Malarkey up into third. Alan Dixon was they were both able to get around Pete Van Sprundle there. So good job from the two of them. Let's see, what else do we got going on? We got Eric Fiorello, Michael Buckley, Taver Mowry, Derek Schimmel, Mike Simone, all hanging around out here.
Yeah, Buckley's had a solid race. We mentioned him earlier in that 26 DeWalt machine, but I think that's a Camaro he's running. And pretty solid. He's a pretty solid racer, pretty solid guy. And the 25 would be running a little bit quicker. He's still got a little bit of damage. They did a lot of work on that car, beating and banging on it, trying to get some of that aero fixed, but 25 still hanging in there.
As the 26 trying to maybe sneak his nose up the inside of Taver Mowry. He's going to get a draft coming down this straightaway. Let's see if he makes a move coming down into this turn. And looks like he will get his nose just inside of Taver there. It's going to be a race down across the line. Who's going to be able to hold on to that 6th position? And, we kind of seen it. These guys came in right around 38 to 39, and we're now approaching lap 68. So, as these guys kind of trickle around, I expect even with all those caution laps, we're probably going to see pit stops right around, 75 to lap 80?
75, yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking, just a rough guess. They're going to keep us guessing, though, because, Isaac Wilson, the crew chief on the 73 of Malarkey, kind of surprised us all when he came in at, lap 38. So if he holds that strategy, we'll probably see a few more laps out of him, but they won't be out there too long.
Are we back, boys?
Oh,
yeah,
we are.
Look, I'm sorry. Is there another drunk guy with a chainsaw in your neighborhood sawing things down?
No. But I have a hunch as to what that problem was, and we'll be having a talk with some family members later.
I got you. And Schimmelin looks like
Red Stick Mike.
Yeah, getting after it here.
So I think Derek Schimmel might be starting to struggle a little bit on these older tires. He's lost a lot of ground, but still hanging in there right now. Got a top 10 kind of locked in as long as he can finish this race and not lose too much time. He's got about a two lap cushion to Stephen McComas, who's that first car laps down.
Yeah, and once again, thanks. And sorry to our race sponsor, Simcoaches. Sorry about the stream going down there for a few minutes, but just want to mention them again. Please, if you're serious into sim racing, you're up for all the realism, go check out these fully adjustable, made in the USA, made in Las Vegas product at simcoaches.com. I tell you what, it'll just blow your mind. We're going to drop the link in the Facebook and on the YouTubes, so you guys can get on the interwebs yourself and check it out. And there's a review video on there. They got one of the I can't remember who it was. One of the YouTube channels that reviews all this kind of race hardware and stuff, and it's a really in-depth review. Go check that out for yourself.
As Eric Fiorello and Taver Mowry now kind of having a little bit of a battle here, trying to take over 7th spot. Side by side they go. Looks like Eric lost a little bit of ground coming out of that last corner, but he's able to make it up just a little bit and sneak his way back around the 5. So Eric Fiorello starting to kind of make some moves here late as Joe Nidick in that 24. He's coming down pit road.
Hey, he's a couple laps down anyway. He still has quite a bit of damage, and I'm assuming he's going to get some of that fixed and maybe some fresh tires.
John Boy Media on YouTube, thanks for sticking with us, man. He's saying, go Nidick Racing. Pulling for Joe tonight.
Well, no, so it's, I believe that's John Nidick. I believe Joe Nidick's part of Latte. So Nidick Racing is Tony Fry and Sneaky Pete Van Sprundle.
Thanks for catching that for me. Oh, Joe and John, I'm sorry, guys. I keep confusing you fellas.
It's hard, trust me.
I don't want to piss them Ohio boys off, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they may come down here and find us. I don't want to do that either.
Come all the way down to Louisiana and get me. Man, the 96 just got into the back of the 5 right in the corner. I'm not sure that Derek knew the 5 was trying to pit.
The 5 went into the grass there. Taver Mowry mowed the lawn a little bit. Is that what he was trying to do?
I don't know. I didn't hear him say anything on the radio. But that was major contact between the left front of Schimmel and the right rear of Mowry.
I think the 5 was struggling to woe it up if he was coming down because, I mean, he wasn't going to make that either way, whether he got hit or not. So unfortunate for Taver Mowry there. He's going to have a little bit of ground to make up. That front end of Derek Schimmel doesn't look too bad, though.
Yeah, communication is very important. If you're going to be pitting under green like that and it's going to be a surprise to the guys behind you, man, jump on the radio, key up, and say, hey, man, I'm pitting.
Yeah, I'm not sure he was. I don't know what was going on there, but he's in the pits now.
Maybe a different situation there that we weren't privy to.
We're just sitting up here in the booth. Y'all are in the booth. I'm down here on pit road. We don't have everything that these guys know out there on the track. All the information.
And we don't have ESPN, you know.
No, we don't have that. And we're kind of guessing. A lot of our stuff is guesswork, you know. A lot of hypotheses and stuff like that. I know you don't know that word English, but
no, that's where you can like start a fire with just your thoughts. Isn't that what that is?
Yeah, it's close.
Something like that. Like Drew Barrymore. You remember that movie?
Oh, Firestarter?
Yeah.
Yeah. That takes me back.
I'm still caught up on the fact that you don't have ESPN.
No, that's the thing where you can read minds. ESPN.
Yeah.
That's
what I was talking about.
ESP.
Oh, no. I thought it was ESPN.
No. That's ESPN, you know, especially
channel.
ESPN 8, the Ocho, you know, where you can watch a great... as the 31 goes, taps the wall. He's able to hang on to it. He's going to have a tricky time coming back onto the track.
He got it.
He's able to get a hang of it, so good job there.
24 night, it gave him plenty of room there.
Good job, Mr. Dixon. He was doing a good job. He was battling it out with Justin Malarkey, not letting that bumper go. But unfortunate there for him, just pushing out a little bit wide. I think he's about ready to come down, maybe take some rubber here come up in a little bit. So looks like Mike Simone and Eric Fiorello are starting to kind of have a little bit of action, as I think Eric is also starting to feel those effects of those older tires. He got most of that car fixed, but I think he still has a little bit of damage from that earlier little bit of contact. So that I think the long runs is not Eric's friend right now.
And look, this is about the same amount of fall off we saw when the 73 was the first one to come across and jump down there. about a second and a half, almost 2 seconds of lap times lost over their best one. As here comes the 73 of Malarkey.
Same thing with the 80 of Pete Van Sprundle. So here we go, starting that little pit cycle back around again, as it looks like Alan Dixon was able to claw his way back up to a third fairly quickly there. Isaac Degner still in the lead. He's actually put a nice little gap on Tony Fry, as it's starting to transition pretty firmly here into the night, as Isaac Degner now coming down pit road, seeing Justin Malarkey come down.
Adam, we talked about it. These guys are going to have to pit again anyway. Might as well go in now, try to split the remaining laps in half, and just get some fresh tires and fill that damn thing up with Sunoco fuel.
So, I mean, you might as well at this point. It really spread out right now.
Yeah, so Tony Fry back up into the lead, still staying out. I'm actually kind of surprised he's still staying out here. I think he's guessing he can make up a little bit more time than coming down pit road right now, but I don't know if that's the case, as Degner and Simone and Dixon are now down. It looks like Dixon just coming out of the pits. So that just leaves Michael Buckley, Eric Fiorello, and Derek Schimmel out there, out on the track. And I know for two of those guys, that's, you know, maybe it's time to pit, as Tony Fry coming down. So let's see if Michael Buckley decides to. No, he is not going to get that bonus point. He is going to come down pit road. It looks like Eric Fiorello will be staying out, getting that bonus point, which is always good. And I mean, kind of like we said, you know, you technically can't quite lock him into that playoff kind of 16, but I mean, mathematically, it's
close.
It's pretty much locked in.
It's pretty much locked in. He could just ride around like Morgan Shepherd probably and still make his way into the playoffs, but. I'm used to trying to use my ESPN a little bit and get into the mind of the 64 Anthony Fry. I think the reason he stayed out for as long as he did, he's accumulating more laps led. If he's chasing that most laps led bonus point, he might be doing himself a little favor, staying out a few more laps, racking up a few more laps led to get that other bonus point.
Well, this is your chance. Every point counts, right? This is the time to do it while we're missing a few guys. So Eric Fiorello down here getting some tires and fuel, and he'll get back out there. He's
Schimmel inherits the lead, man.
Schimmel getting the bonus points right now, and
take a look at that Mountain Dew car, man. Thing is sharp looking.
You know, we typically don't see Derek up here at the front, so even if it's on a pit cycle, man, it's kind of like cheering on De Benedetto, right? You know, when you see him up there.
No, don't say that, man.
That's wrong. Is it like Rudy? Is it like the Rudy of...
Rudy,
right.
Derek.
We're trying to get him some screen time. We have a lot of fun with Derek, and he does a lot of work for this league. So
yeah, he does. He's an admin.
He's coming down now. Get him some tires.
Got that lap led, though.
Got that lap led, and I mean, Isaac Degner, he's just entering 3 and 4 now, so Schimmel's not going to lose a ton of time here, but the people that definitely gained some of the most, Justin Malarkey and Pete Van Sprundle, each of them moving up a couple spots. Tony Fry losing a few kind of to that, as he and Malarkey are going to be kind of racing here right off the bat.
John Neidick posted on YouTube. He's not there tonight because he's down in Long Beach for the Grand Prix race. So, getting to see some different kind of racing than what we're seeing tonight. And have fun out there, John. Take some pictures and post them on Discord, man. We want to see that.
Yeah, it's always a good time. Isn't that in California there?
I think it's Southern California.
Yeah, be careful there. You know, there's a couple areas you don't want to go into. Even though you're an Ohio boy, the bullet ain't got no name out there, man. Y'all be careful out there. Sorry.
Neither does the hypodermic needles you might step on if you go to the wrong place. Venice Beach.
Correct.
As the 64 is going to try to use Sneaky Pete as a little bit of a pick maneuver here on that 73 of Malarkey, and it looks like it just might work out for him. Problem is, the 64, he's going to get slowed up a little bit. He's not going to be able to take his absolute line that he wants. It was a chance for maybe Malarkey to push it 3 wide and make something happen, but he's going to be patient here. He's going to wait. He's going to time his move at the time he thinks is best. So the 64 of Tony Fry moving around and getting right back up into second. You got Malarkey now trying to make his move right around Sneaky Pete. I mean, Sneaky Pete's having a pretty solid race here today.
Heck yeah, he is. He's up 5 spots sitting in third, but Malarkey's got the advantage. He doesn't just have a live crew chief, he has a live spotter too. So I'm sure Isaac's telling him, hey man, you're faster here. You know, keep this line. You know, he's doing this, that.
Save tires here, do this, do that here, you know.
There's a huge advantage to be had with having a real life human being on the other side of that radio.
I totally agree with that, and because he's been out there, he's felt this track before. He kind of knows, and these guys know each other. Let's be honest. I mean, there's a little bit of bad blood between a few of these guys, I would imagine, but for the most part, they've raced together for a couple years now, and they just kind of know how each other races. So,
well, I mean, it's rivalries. I mean, I don't know if I necessarily characterize it as bad blood, but I mean, you got a couple guys that do have some issues that they may end up resolving, if not this week, next week, when we go to a little bit smaller venue.
Next week, we're going to see some fireworks, I can assure you.
Are we going to Dover? Did we confirm that?
I think it's Dover.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the next 2 races on that schedule are Dover, followed by Homestead. Homestead's going to be the regular season finisher. So we're back to it's, I believe that's a 1.5 miles, just a slightly different design than it's you got to drive the car there, so that's going to be a great spot for some of these drivers to kind of definitely clinch their way in and get all the points that they need as these guys start to kind of get around some lap traffic here. I believe that's Mr. Derek Schimmel currently.
You know, I think Barkley was the one that mentioned it on Facebook, talking about how Dover was his favorite track. Dover is an amazing place. So, first of all, it's only a mile. It's super high banked. And they got that cool little fan overpass thing. And the great thing about it is the racing's so good because the damn thing's concrete and just eats tires up. So, yeah, you have a lot of, centrifugal downforce, I guess you'd call it, with the high banking and stuff like that and high speeds. But then you add to the mix some pretty heavy tire wear. Man, what a great combination for making exciting racing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Malarkey looks like he's trying to make his move now on Van Spoondle.
Yeah, where's the beef machine on that inside line? A little bit of a disadvantage, maybe.
As yes, the 73 able to get around that 80. So Justin Malarkey now back up into third. Now we kind of discussed it a little earlier about Tony Fry, staying out trying to plan the stuff. The problem is he had a second, about a second quicker pit time, but he still lost 2 seconds on Isaac Degner.
Oh man, we talked about it.
He's out there running like Davey Hendricks. He's just, at the moment, he's got a nice little lead. He's just got to stay in the zone. Don't get distracted. Don't try to pick up your cold beer while you're racing. Pay attention to what's going on.
So when I'm watching the LSU Tigers football game and they talk about when Joe Burrow was still there. They talk about they call it video game numbers. When they just do unbelievable stuff out there, and they just rack up these stats that are almost unbelievable. They call it video game numbers. So, talking about Davey Hendricks, he's one of those guys, he puts up video game numbers for racing on here, but as you like to say, Adam, it's not a game, it's a simulation. What do you call it? What do you call that?
I think it's the same deal. He's putting up video game numbers in a simulation, so...
Yeah, because it's not a video game. Yeah,
that just means he's just better. He's just better than the rest of you. You better come bring your lunch pail to work when you're going to race against him or Manny Valdez or something like that. So,
as we look back through the field, sorry to interrupt you. You got Michael Buckley. He's caught right back up to that back bumper of Alan Dixon. Let's see if he's going to try to maybe make a little bit of a move here as they go through turns 1 and 2. He's going to look to that inside, maybe try to get a little bit of a runoff coming down this straightaway, and it looks like he will a little bit, not quite there. Now he's inside of that 31.
Buckley's about 0.2 faster per lap right now as it stands than Dixon. So Dixon's not going to fight him real hard here, but he's not just going to lift and let him go either. It's like the 27. He went down below the white line back there. I didn't see what happened in that Border Patrol machine.
Yeah, he just could have got a little distracted.
Yeah, he may have. He might have been looking. He might have seen the back of Pim Pear's machine and maybe lost some deviation there.
Long race. We still have 47 laps to go. I think they're going to, what do you think, split this one in half? And maybe about 125, we should start seeing some more guys in the pit road, or what are y'all's thoughts on that?
They may. I mean, I don't know what you think about it, Brown, but the tire fall off, we're approaching, about a second and a third or so off of their best times. You know what the 27's doing? He's running the apron in the tri-oval. That's what he's doing. I just saw him do it again.
You know what? It's gonna be kind of hard to say because these guys pitted right around lap. We'll average it out and call everyone roughly pitted on 82, 83.
Yeah.
Based upon when everyone's been coming down, they've been doing around 38 to 40 laps. So, that 120 mark, I think, is probably what they're shooting for. So then it's about a 30 lap sprint to the end. But hey, you never know until you know.
Yeah, I do know, and that's why I'm here. Because if I was out there, I wouldn't be able to figure it out.
I'm glad you did the damn math.
I said the 26 of Buckley trying to work his way around Mike Simone right now. Catching up at a pretty decent clip. As looks like Pete Van Sprundle hasn't really left that back bumper of Justin Malarkey too much either.
You know who's got some room behind their back bumper right now is Isaac Degner. That cat is running away with this deal.
The gap has come down by a second, though.
Yeah, he's out there 3 seconds ahead.
Yeah, and Tony Fry has 2 lap better tires. It may play into the equation a little bit later in this run, but...
So last lap there was only a 10th difference. Fry is running a 10th, or Fry, I'm sorry. Fry is running a 10th faster than Degner. But he's got a 3-second gap. I mean, it'd take you forever to work that off. We'll see what happens here, but...
As the 26 trying to make a move up that inside line like we saw him do earlier. He's kind of got the nose out there on Mike Simone right now. And it looks like he will be able to complete the pass. That's also going to leave a little bit of a window open for Alan Dixon to try to sneak his way up past him as well.
Yeah, if you guys are watching the Facebook stream, Because of our technical problems, we did have to restart the stream. So make sure you guys get on the right link there on the page. The newest stream that started, about 25, 30 minutes ago? Something like that.
It should have a red live symbol right next to it.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this. This is a stupid question. If you're talking to them and they're not on here and you're telling them to go to another stream, how are they going to know to go to that stream if they're not on this stream?
Man, leave me alone.
Hey, he's trying to communicate through that ESPN, man.
Yeah, he's got it. Hey, he's got it down there in beautiful Louisiana.
Man,
I love you, my friend. I'm just trying to make some fun with you.
I'm trying to communicate with these guys by voodoo dolls and throwing chicken bones on the floor and all that kind of stuff. So,
yeah, well, it's working. Hey, we're making something out of this race. It's kind of like we have a little pre-race chat with us three, and kind of like we thought was going to happen. It's going to spread out. It may look boring to some, but
it's anything but, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of strategy here. You got to use your brains. I mean, you got to do karate in the garage with each other here, with your teammates and stuff. So,
and
you got to make it happen.
Degner's running into some lap traffic right now. It's not going to hurt him as much as we think because he's got such a good gap behind him. This is just giving him another opportunity to save some tires, I think.
I don't know, man. He's got 4 cars all in front of him, and the cars directly in front of him are trying to pass each other right now.
Oh, yeah, they're too wide right now, the 70 and 21.
So this could
Tabor looks like he missed it again.
He missed the pits again. I know he went down there.
No, he made it.
He made it in there.
Oh,
Tabor Mowry.
Beating him, man.
Well, he can clear it. He owns the league. Might as well.
Damn it, man.
Where's his fan club tonight? I'm missing them. I wish his fan club was here. Yeah, Degner's trying to move through it, but yeah, Brown, I think he lost at least 1/10 of a second. Or more, looks like, to Anthony Fry during that, little run through the lap traffic.
Yeah, and I think he actually got lucky with Tabor trying to come down pit road there because that opened up a little bit of space between the kind of 2 groups of cars. So now he's got a little bit of space before he has to deal with any more lap traffic. But that gap down to 2.6. So if you're Tony Fry, you're begging these lap cars to just let you go. As Pete Van Sprundle sneaking around that 73, I think that 73 is trying to come down pit road.
Yeah, it's that time. Fry's in, Malarkey's in, Schimmel's in.
Yeah, so it's a little earlier than we thought. 5 laps earlier, but hey, I mean, that's why they're out there and we're not.
Gambling, man. It's gambling. We're in Vegas.
Yeah, we're guessing for sure.
And Degner now coming down.
Oh man, here we go.
So once last time.
Yeah. Go ahead, bud.
I was just gonna say that last time Tony Fry stayed out with Degner coming in first. This time Fry came in first, and although it was only 1 lap, Degner coming down that very next lap as Michael Buckley getting a lap lead bonus point here.
Yeah,
roll reversal.
You got to use those brakes coming down on the pit road. And Mr. English talking about brakes. What about our sponsor tonight?
Man, our sponsor. We can't say enough good things about this organization. Simcoaches, Simcoaches.com. It's an American company. They have their own. It's basically a big machine shop. This place is immaculate. Go on their website and check them out. Do your research. I mean, this is the real deal. They got Haas CNC machines and stuff. They build all the parts to these things in-house. These pedal sets that they put out at Simcoaches. So go and check them. Not just the pedals. They do a handbrake too. So you guys that do rally racing and other stuff where you need a handbrake, they build that as well, and it's just as fully adjustable as the floor pedals are and the inverted rig pedals that they're putting out now. And they use real brake fluid in the things. I mean, it's incredible. The adjustability on these things is just, it's amazing.
It's amazing, and the stuff's pricey. But listen, if you're serious about this stuff, as pricey as you want to get, still not as pricey as buying a real race car. So
you get what you pay for.
Get in there, get after it, and you could be a professional driver on the Coca-Cola series in no time if you have the right equipment and the right mindset. Simcoaches.com.
As the field slowly starts to kind of cycle through a little bit here, we're going to take a quick pause for the cause and little station identification here, and we'll be right back with pretty much the final remaining, roughly 25 laps to this action-packed race here from Las Vegas.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Once again, new series for us here, the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Rocky M150 brought to you by Jinx Shifters. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports.
Well, we've got not too many laps left here, just under 30, fast approaching 25 to go. Isaac Degner, your leader, he's opened up a just about a 4.5 second gap over Tony Fry. Justin Malarkey is going to be sitting here in third. Pete Van Sprundle in fourth with Mike Simone in fifth, but that could be changing up here relatively quickly. Excuse me, as I believe, yes, it's Michael Buckley is chasing down Mike Simone rather quickly right now.
Yeah, and Taver Mowry looks like he let the 98 around here, is letting that lead car increase his gap a little bit.
Yes, he's coming up on Eric Fiorello. Eric, I don't think he likes to let people pass him, but he may in this instance. What I'm concerned about here, okay, so they've roughly all, pitted on lap 114, 115. It's going to get real slippery from what we've seen at the end. Do you think they can just push it all the way through here?
Well, our track temp hasn't changed. It's still 68 degrees, 65 ambient air temperature. I mean, that's pretty damn good for southern Nevada, down there in the desert. So the grip is still there. These guys are stretching these tires out for a pretty good long run. But, man, I really don't know. Everybody looks like they're kind of doing something different here towards the end. Trying to make a gamble if I
throwing
could
us a curveball.
Be so bold. Oh, I was trying to make a gambling thing because we're in Las Vegas. You ruined it with baseball, man. Don't do that.
I love baseball. There's nothing
I do
wrong
too.
with baseball is gambling. It's all the same.
True. And you can gamble on baseball too.
You can. DraftKings. Steve McComas just pitted. He's coming back out in P11 right now.
Yeah, he's currently, I believe he's being scored 2 laps down right now.
As the field actually has now started to spread out a little bit now that we've had 2 green flag pit stops kind of under their belts. I think the only thing we're going to see change other than, who saves tires here for the end is going to be if, we get a late caution, someone bouncing up into the wall, coming across the track, then we're going to see the field stack back up. Everyone's going to be on fresh tires, and we're going to have a super sprint to the finish here as Isaac Degner is currently in turns 1 and 2. We're going to have 21 laps to go the next time he crosses that line. So this race is slowly starting to fade away for Tony Fry. He definitely needs some luck here today.
Well, you didn't mention intentional wrecking. We still have the possibility for that. I kind of look forward to something like that, at a track like this. And
I don't want to see no thumbtacks being thrown out of a mysterious corner from pit road out onto the track there.
Well, I'd like some hatred, But this looks more like like we're on a carousel right now at the zoo, just running around. But we did have some good action earlier.
Steve Van Sprundle still has in that 80 Wendy's Where's the Beef Machine, still got your fastest lap of the race at 29.79. That's a smoking hot lap, and it's 0.2 faster than anybody else. That's an amazing time. They better tech that car. They better put the templates and the lasers and everything else on it, because the 80 machine was lightning fast when he had good tires. He's about what? About a second and a half off of that now. Running a 31, but
yeah. Well, every time you put a lap on these tires, you start slowing down.
Oh yeah.
But man, Vegas, what a great track. I do enjoy a little bit of Vegas action. You can always go to the Palomino Club afterwards and all that stuff and roll the dice.
And we dog on 1.5 miles a lot, but if it's a technical track and is one where you got different bankings at each end and you have to save some tires and strategy's going to come into it. I mean, it's not a boring race to watch. It's fun to watch the strategy. It's fun to watch. Tim Paris coming back in, but this is not boring racing, folks. This is a lot of fun to watch these guys make these passes and stuff, and how close they get on each other. And we had a little bit of fender banging earlier in the race between the 25 and the 5, and I always enjoy good fender banging.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Sorry.
We're making the best of what we got here, boys. Brown, what's happening out there?
Not a heck of a lot, but we do have Michael Buckley still chasing down that 27 of Red Stick. Mike, gap's been kind of fluctuating between half a second to about a quarter of a second, and this has been about the longest time that it's been under that half a second, so he's definitely starting to make a little charge here, trying to get his way up into that top 5 spot.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why Pimpere's been in the pits so long. Maybe it's running a little hot. Look at the back of his car. I'm sure it's running hot. He may be heading into town, is what I'm thinking, since we're in Vegas. But Degner just kind of running away with it, like a Davey Hendricks style.
Sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath.
Yeah, well, we had some fun times here. We're making the best of it, guys. I wish we had some YouTube comments. Where's the Richard Gray, Mr. Michelob? Why hadn't he commented on this thing?
Well, he did. He just said, "Great job, guys." After we posted the link for Simcoaches, he's probably on Simcoaches right now.
Well, that guy's got money. You might as well buy some pedals there, Richard Gray.
They're paying Richard a handsome fee for out there blocking traffic and throwing road cones out in the lanes and all that hard work he does. So
it's a dangerous job. So
holding up. Who else is going to hold up all the shovels? You got to have at least 4 or 5 guys holding up a shovel while one guy's digging.
He knows how to do that.
We give Richard a lot of crap. He's a hard-working man, though, for sure.
He's Mr. America right there.
We appreciate him watching, man. He watches these races, and he's a good racer in his own right. And thanks a lot for watching, Richard.
What battles are we looking at there, Brown? Go ahead.
I was going to say, you guys can keep talking as I try to look something up real quick. Unfortunately, there's really no battles going on. The closest thing we got here is what we're watching, and that's the Buckley and Simone little battle going on. The gap to the leader is 4 1/3. Between second and third is about a second, and then you got 6-second gap, 5-second gap, 4-second gap, 10-second gap. So these guys have kind of found roughly where they are. As Justin Malarkey making a little run late here. He's creeping that time all the way to second down a little bit as we're approaching 11 laps to go.
Talked about Greg Klein, how he kind of had to park it early. He's got to catch a flight. He's actually going to Las Vegas. You guys ever been there? You ever been to Vegas?
18 times. I don't even want to talk about it.
Oh, man. Well, what happens there stays there. At least that's what I hear.
Yeah, I quit going probably about 10 years ago.
Did you run out of money, or?
No, I don't want to get into it. But for those of y'all that hadn't been there, it's a really cool place. You got to check it out once in your life,
Or 18 times,
Well, yeah, there's a place that sells High Lifes for like $1, and
sign me up.
There's a midget out front. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Don't they send a bus wherever you live in the country? They just send a bus to come get you and give you free lobster and stuff.
Well,
that's what I hear.
They will.
$5 lobster. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So
really cool place.
This is a very important race for Mr. Degner.
Is it?
Because he is currently 22nd in points.
Oh,
without a win.
That's the guy to watch. I told you that. I'm the genius. Bow down to me.
So this.
No, so I did mention that he needs to have a good showing, and looks like he's having a damn good showing.
He's having a heck of a showing here. So, barring any craziness here within the last 8 laps, again, commentator's curse. We're looking at another locked-in position, guaranteed.
And all that means is the guys that are trying to point their way in. Every time you get a different winner, you guys know this if you watch NASCAR at all. Every time you get a different winner, it shoves off one position of somebody that can point their way in. So guys like Fiorello, who are planning on pointing their way in, he's probably safe. But as we look down the list of drivers, there may be some guys that are getting a little bit nervous now.
Yeah, Eric's going to be safe, but I think, like you said, there's going to be a couple guys that will be nervous when they show up next week. Hey, I didn't realize I was pushed back this far, but Isaac Degner making the best of what was given to him today.
And we had a few guys that took a provisional. These guys are allowed to take a provisional once a season, and basically they just get last place points even if they don't grid a car.
Yeah, they're going to Vegas, they're going camping, they're doing something.
Man, they're doing family stuff. We talked about it before. Family's comes first, and this league is very understanding of that. That's why they have that opportunity to give these guys a provisional start and let them make some last place points, which is better than zero. Tell you that.
Then we're clicking these laps off, but Midwest Days of Thunder, shout out to them. Yeah. Real cool series. You want to get in, come in, man. Starting to get real crowded down there at the bottom. It's going to work its way to the top. ARCA Truck Xfinity Cup. So cool series, a lot of teams, just a lot of cool stuff going on, and raffles, and just really neat things happening here in the Midwest Days of Thunder series.
And I do believe I do believe they're looking for sponsors for some of the Truck Series races. So if you know a business that wants to get into this thing, because I'm telling you, esports, that's starting to. Oh, as Malarkey pushing a little too hard, losing all of the ground he had made up to Tony Fry. And so with coming across the line here, 2 laps to go, I think that's just about where we're going to be finishing it up here, boys, with Isaac Degner with a solid 4.5 second lead over Tony Fry. Coming down that back straightaway, looking to take this white flag and cap off an amazing night for him.
Amazing's right, and you know, we talked with Isaac Wilson, his crew chief / spotter, a little bit before the race started, and he says, "Man, this guy always has a plan." So, and obviously, Isaac Degner is a great race driver anyway, but now he's got somebody, you know, guiding him along, and man, what a great combination! What a team!
That's Justin Malarkey.
You just confused me. But Isaac Degner was our spotlight driver. At least mine. I knew he was going to do good.
Either way, checkered flags waving, coming across the line for the win. Isaac Degner locking his way into that championship. Tony Fry with another great showing this week. Coming here in second. Justin Malarkey going to be finishing up in third. Pete Van Sprundel's able to have a solid night here with a 4th place finish. And man, oh man, things are getting good here.
I apologize to you guys
hey,
about
it's
that.
Live, it's live television.
Man,
there's no mess ups here.
I'll find myself.
Don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. Okay, you're good. Don't worry about it. We got this. But hey, Isaac Degner really pushed his way right into it, didn't he?
Without a doubt, and just off of kind of base math, I mean, just about all the guys in here, other than maybe Stephen McComas, everyone's pretty much already inside of that bubble, and I think Isaac was one of the only ones here tonight that wasn't inside of that bubble, so that was, like I said, probably the most, the person that needed this race here the most, as we start to get people here trickling down into our little broadcaster booth. So let us start to do some interviews here. We're going to start off with Mr. Anthony Tony Fry. Man, you ran a great race there at the beginning, but it looks like Isaac was able to just kind of pull away there at the end. But still a solid finish coming here in 2nd place, man. Talk about how tough that was, especially on those longer runs.
Well, first I want to say congratulations to Isaac. He deserved that one, and yeah, he definitely had me beat there on the end of the race. Long runs, it was kind of hard to save tire because you could go so fast on new tires. But there was a big transition in the track. It felt like about, I don't know, 50, 70 laps in, where I noticed my car was getting a lot looser. So I think that benefited Isaac more and hurt me.
We were watching the track temp, which didn't really change at all. So it may have been like a buildup of rubber in certain grooves that may have thrown you guys off. Like you say, about a third of the way through the race. Talk us through the preferred line. We kind of debated back and forth about where guys are running outside, where outside will benefit you, and where inside will benefit you. And we saw a lot of side by side with you and other cars. Talk us through that. Where did you want to be at any given point on the track?
I wanted to be on the bottom. I felt that I was faster there than any other groove in the track. But then early on, when I was battling Isaac for the lead, I felt that I could defend better from the middle line just because I got a better drive off and I could kind of pinch him down a little bit. But I would say the bottom line was definitely the best line, especially on new tires. But even on old tires, if you lifted at the right point, you didn't really have a problem getting close to the wall.
Well, it worked out pretty well for you. Where are you from, Tony?
Wisconsin.
Tomah, Wisconsin.
Tomah, Wisconsin. Well, look at that. Hey, you're always running up front here. What do you think about the little smaller field? Do you think it helped you and helped the race, actually? We didn't have too many incidents. It was pretty clean. And I think it's going to help you in the point standings for sure.
Definitely. I think the smaller field definitely helped. I am horrible at restarts. And the smaller field, less incidents, less cautions, definitely did benefit me.
Well, congratulations, man, on that P2. Wisconsin boy brought it home to P2.
Great job, Tony.
Thanks, guys.
We'll slide down one position before we go up to our race winner, and let's talk to our third place finisher, Justin Malarkey, also the hard charger of the race. Again, surprise, surprise, not qualifying all that great, but through a little bit of strategy and maybe finding your groove there, coming late, able to bring home a third. We saw you there trying to close in on Tony, but just getting a little loose and almost tapping that wall. A pretty good save there as well, but just lost a little bit of ground. But still another solid podium finish for you there tonight. Man, it looked like it was tough out there, especially when those tires started getting going.
Yeah, it was tough because it pretty much was bottom groove tonight for some reason, and it was just so hard to pass. You just get in that dirty air, and it was just weird. Like the first 3 laps, the outside was so fast, and I'm like, wow, this car feels so good, and then it just was over.
Yeah, Tony in the 64 was just telling us that was his preferred line, was the bottom, and we've seen so many times that people can make the upper grooves work, but it really didn't pan out that way, and
yeah, it was weird. It never happened. I don't know. It's just weird. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I guess it's the air temperature and all that stuff.
Talk a little bit about the feedback you get from. We hit on a little bit during the broadcast about having a real life voice in your ear, spotter / crew chief, giving you strategy. What kind of information are you getting when y'all aren't talking about pit strategy and stuff like that? Is he feeding you some information about, hey, you're running better in 3 and 4 than this guy? Or, I mean, Isaac Wilson's a pretty damn good spotter. What kind of information is he giving you?
Yeah, it's awesome that he comes and does this for me. We focus so much on strategy, and we wanted to short pit to try and get out and get in front of these guys, and we figured we could block them with the big spoiler on the back. And then the caution got us behind there. I slid through the box once too, but that's really what we're working on. We needed to try and get in front, and we figured we could hold them up then and get them in that dirty air, burn their tires up. But we just kind of got behind the ball, and we couldn't gain back anything. And we were just talking strategy, and then usually he'd talk me to the laps about if we're catching them or not, if we need to save fuel. But it's great when he does that.
Yeah, I apologize to you and Isaac Wilson as well. I got some cars mixed up there at the end. Was talking about strategy and whatnot, and the 98. I apologize for that. I got a little bit mixed up on y'all.
Oh,
It's confusing.
I'm always confused.
Yeah, we are too. I just got a message. I think from Gary Sargent. The standings are already updated, and oh look, you're still first. So good job.
I
We
like
had a
that.
couple. Yeah, we had a couple movers in the standings, but already updated. So
The funny thing is, speaking of Isaac, the best thing he told me, well, actually, it jinxed me. It was around lap 4. He's like, yeah, the broadcast just said that you sandbag and you drove up to the front. And I'm like, oh, that felt good. Next lap, I got passed. I got passed by someone else. I'm like, did they just jinx me?
no, that's me just talking mess. No, we know where you're going to be in the end, and congratulations.
If they would make qualifying 3 laps, I feel like I'd be all right. It's always like it's coming out of the turn on the second lap. I'm like, now it feels good. Oh wait, it's over.
it's like golfing. Drive for show, putt for dough, and you're definitely up there putting, winning. So you're in the top 3. So congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to the Isaac winner as well, because that was awesome. I mean, to be able to pull away from people with these spoilers and get away. He broke the air, and once he did, he just kept pulling away. It was good for him.
Helped him out for sure.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, man. Now I know you typically do some shout outs, so go for it.
I love shout outs. Let's see. I'll shout out to my sister because she's mad if I don't say her first. So Jamie, she's camping right now tonight with some family. So maybe I don't know if she has internet, but my brother's in California right now on vacation, so I know he's not watching till later tonight. And shout out to my parents watching at home. And thanks to you guys for doing what you do.
Awesome, man. Well, we appreciate it. And again, congrats on another podium finish from you. We look forward to seeing what you got the rest of the season here as we quickly approach these playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess see you Sunday night, right?
Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, I don't know. We will see you. Have a good one.
All right, see ya.
Now we'll go talk with the man of the hour. That's going to be Mr. Isaac Degner picking up a much-needed win here today. Man, Isaac, congratulations on the big-time win. That locks you in for the playoffs. You were 22nd entering this one. You're now 21st, but you are guaranteed in. Man, you drove a heck of a race.
Woo! I'm going playoff racing. I'm just so excited for that because it's been a tough season between like real life and real life racing and then military stuff going on. It's like I just knew that there was no way that I was going to be able to get in by points, and it's starting to get down to I really need a win. And when I got second place at Indy, I'm like, ooh, that might have been my shot, and I think I might have blew it. But we made it. We made it.
Everything fell into place for you tonight, and a couple of times we saw you running out front, and we were looking at the intervals and said, well, he's 3 seconds out, and then it would fall back a little bit, and then you would just find some more speed and just started pulling away. We talked about maybe they need to tech your car too, put some lasers on it, but man, great job, man. What was did you have any kind of pit strategy coming in, or did you just kind of wing it?
I did up until the first caution. I told myself if this race goes green to if this race went green to checkered, I could have done it on one less stop if I would have stayed out. But like right before that first caution came out, and the only caution, I found myself as being like the only car in the top 8 cars that was out on track, and that put me in a position of, ooh, I still got like 20 laps of fuel left, so I should really pit here and just do the same strategy as everybody else.
Yeah, well, whatever you did, it worked. And I'm just going to say, bragging on myself, I saw where you were on the leaderboard, and I was like, man, Isaac's got a shot to work his way in the playoffs, and man, a shot you had, and you took it right across the bow. Good job. You're in the playoffs, brother.
Yep. Now from here on out, it's really just see what we can do from here. I'm gonna have to hit it hard on opening week. I think we got like two more weeks or 2 more races, Dover and some other place.
Homestead.
And then I believe it Homestead, yeah. And then after that, then we got to hit it hard and heavy and get ready for some playoff racing.
Well, thanks for your service, bud. And you got any shout-outs or anything you want to get out there tonight?
Oh, yeah, there's one for sure. I got to give a big old shout-out to my buddy Tony Fry again. You know, we race Xfinity, and we got into this league back in ARCA Season 2, and we ended up creating our own team. So through ARCA all the way up to Xfinity, we were on the same team, Shake and Bake Racing.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Tonight was awesome. It was awesome to get a win, but it was even more awesome being able to get a 1-2 with Tony. And even though we're not on the same team, we work with each other. We hang out with each other every day.
That's great.
So we had a little bit of that Mike Concho, Ricky Bobby going on tonight.
All right, man. Well, again, congratulations picking up the win here tonight. And, good luck the rest of this regular season, and maybe get a few bonus points, and we'll see you in the playoffs.
Playoffs, baby.
Heck yeah, see you guys there. Thank you guys, as always, for always putting on a good show. Man, you guys do
the show, man. You guys do the show. We just kind of run our mouth.
You make it entertaining. You guys make it entertaining. Considering I got buddies that have barely any idea what iRacing is that tune in every week just because they enjoy the commentating and they like watching racing.
They're the reason we do it. So, yeah, tell them all, man.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, sir. You as well. All right, boys. That couldn't have gone any better for what we were thinking about coming down to the playoffs, eh?
Man, for somebody who was sitting, second or third to last, and you called it at him. You said, well, he's got to get a win to lock himself in, and he had the right guy talking in his ear, and we had the right driver behind the wheel, apparently, because he sure as hell did it, man. Locked himself into the playoffs, so congrats to him. What an amazing feat right here as we're, two races out of the playoffs now.
Yeah, I guess I missed good luck charm, but no, it was fun, guys. I expect next week we're going to see a bigger field, a lot more action happening and fights and hatred and all the stuff I like. But today was really nice, cool racing, and good job by all.
Yeah, so before we leave you guys here tonight, let's tell you where everybody finished up for the night. Isaac Degner, the big winner here, gambling his way to the win. That 98 machine sitting there, victory lane. You got Tony Fry having another solid race, finishing right where he started there in second. Justin Malarkey, your big mover of the race, up 7 positions, finishing here in third. You got that 80 of Pete Van Sprundle having a great night himself. He manages a 4th place finish. The 27 of Mike Simone coming home with a top 5. You got Michael Buckley, a little up and down, but not too bad, able to take home a 6th. You got Alan Dixon up 6 spots. He's here in 7th. Got Eric Fiorello, the Italian Stallion, finishing in 8th. Tabor Mowry is going to finish here in 9th with Derek Schimmel, everyone's favorite angry idiot, rounding out your top 10.
And welcome back, Stephen McComas in the 70. Not the night he wanted to see, finishing 3 laps down, but holding down the 11th spot. The 21 of Michael Pempere in 12th. Joe Neidick in the 24, 13th. Greg Klein will round out your finishers tonight in 14th place. Is 146 laps down, but he just had to run a few, and he had to go. He had a plane to catch.
And from the fabulous Las Vegas Motor Speedway, we thank you all for tuning in and watching and kind of as we dealt with a little technical issue there right in the middle, but hey, we were able to finish this one off strong. As always, definitely go check out our sponsor. That would be Simcoaches.com. Fantastic, high quality pedals, e-brakes. I'm sure if you wanted to do a shifter and got with them with plans, they could probably do that too. But yeah, definitely check those guys out. For Alan English and Adam Turner, we're signing off.
We gone.
See ya.